What we do at Team 33, it's not just a business. There's power in being able to capture stories and being on a journey. Paying attention to the details. Really caring about the customer feedback.
On 5. Setback right 2. Go shot 2.
Team 33 is a outside broadcast company.
Veteran actor.
Go shot 5.
We specialize in delivering top-notch multi-camera event coverage and live streaming services.
We need just a few reels.
At Team 33, at the core, we're driven by passion.
What do you think? This? Good choice.
Good, thank you.
Yes, super. I think we have a future in TV.
You work in live production, you'll know that there's nothing glamorous about what we do. The hours are long. We are there before anyone shows up and after everyone is gone.
We are always busy. We are always on one production or the other, or even simultaneously on different productions. And I think that speaks to the kind of capacity that we have at Team 33 Productions.
If they don't plan and the thing go similar.
Team 33 Production has the best minds you can find in West Africa.
Committed crew member who makes all this possible, from the engineering to the technical personnel.
We fight for 100%, no matter what the challenges are.
Excellent teamwork from the crew member as well.
Every team member from the to the production guys, we are all driven by passion, and we are all driven by the fact that we are looking forward to ensuring that every production is at its best.
At least
One.
hopefully. One.
Yes, I'm going to say one.
Okay, and we're putting it on
So where should we put it?
inside the VIP.
Should we put it inside the VIP? Sorry.
Yeah.
We have 2 outside broadcast vans that allow us to essentially make any location a live studio.
Is there any possibility of setting a cost record this year?
Setback cut 1.
Let's be.
We have 2 Obi van. One of them is the Eagle. The other one is the Thunderbird.
The Eagle has the ability to handle massive production. It's a very big van. And then the Thunderbird also has the ability to handle massive production.
Camera 7, give me 50 shots. 7, give me 50 shots.
We have a van that can take in as much as 60 cameras. That's if that's needed.
And mix to 5. Ready, 6, go 6 now.
Graphics systems, different audio systems, and these are connections in a 3G SDI protocol. And you have a 64-channel audio Calec Omega audio system. Best system when it comes to sports. When you hear that football sound,
Here comes the corner kick, it's left footed in.
it comes from different mic positions at different corners. These are the kind of facilities you find in our van.
See all this stuff in drone.
You have triax cameras that can go as far as 300 meters to any point we decide to place our cameras in a stadium. So, which means that once the van is parked at any point in the stadium, you have a camera that can reach any point in that stadium. Each camera has the CCU, color correction, exposure gain, you have that full control on the camera in the van. And also you have a recorder, Sony recorder, that records an industry standard of MXF video format, which is one of the best standard you can have. And that has the ability to record at 100 bit rate, which means you have a color ratio of 4:2:2. For those that are in the industry will understand that that's also a very good color profile. And then you still have 4:4:4 color profile. So we have the ability to give a very good picture coming out from the recording system in the van.
We have EVS machines which are critical to playback.
You have a good replay system when it comes to sport, which you understand that for football, replays are very, very important.
Our recordings have been used in many circumstances where an occurrence on the field was unclear.
It starts out for against Shooting Stars, I should say, but the flag goes up.
When you get down to the transmission system, we have the satellite transmission system, we have the KU band, the C band, which is uninterrupted, C band and KU band. We have that for the satellite system, which means you can receive a feed anywhere in the world depending on what satellites you want to use.
We have 2 uplink trucks. We also have 2 flyaway kits, so which means we can involve in 3 or 4 different kind of production simultaneously.
Once again, everything that is required for that international quality broadcast across sports is a capability that we have. But we're not going to stop there, because there's so much that happens and that is happening as it relates to technology and broadcast. So our key consideration is looking at what we're doing in Nigeria, but scaling it across the continent. We don't want to just be doing this in Nigeria. We believe in a Pan-African approach. And so if it works here, it can work in Ghana, it can work in Senegal, it can work in Rwanda. So we're big on collaboration, we're big on partnerships, we're big on ensuring that the success that we've seen here is translated across the continent.
We have good relationship with Azure Space, we have good relationship with Intelsat, we have relationships with most of the top satellite providers you have in the world. And then with the new age coming, we have IP transmission systems where feeds, HD feeds, high definition feeds are being transmitted over the internet. And we have the ability to bond different networks such that there is no interruption. So you can have a fiber, a wireless, a radio, modem connected to our devices, and it will bond this network to ensure that you have a very good transmission, uninterrupted transmission for your program.
All the cameras, so that is running around.
Team 33 van is one of the best vans you can actually get right now in Nigeria.
When we purchased our Obi vans, we were very intentional about making sure that the equipment that we were bringing in would at least meet FIFA standards of production.
That would like to be substituted.
It is a Star Monday in Lagos, a day often characterized by high energy cultural festivities, specifically the Fanti Carnival at Tafawa Balewa Square. But we are here today at the iconic Mobolaji Johnson Arena for a top flight promotion decider. Beautiful area view of the Center of Excellence in Lagos. This is a game you wouldn't want to miss. Inter Lagos, the home side, needing at least a point to march into the promised land, and Smart City, the visitors, with an outside chance to potentially spoil the party. Welcome once again to our live coverage of the Nigerian National League on TX3 Sports. My name is Emmanuel Sebastian, taking you through this pulsating clash here today. A decent weather condition with a 70% humidity and a wind speed of 14 kilometers per hour for these two sides to go head-to-head in the penultimate match day of the NNL season. Conference A comes alive here today. Inter Lagos, the home side, needing at least a point to secure top flight promotion next season. Smart City hoping to also do the job here today to give them a slight hope of making it into the top flights. This is a game you wouldn't want to miss for anything. Well, we've seen so many games in the NNL this season, but this time we head into the crucial point where deciders will be happening, decisions will be made, and this is all we've been waiting for. This is the crucial moment that we have been waiting for here today. Just before the clash here today, we've seen these two sides being put through their paces just before kickoff. We're here today, they will be hoping that they will be getting a taste of the action and jumping in the beats. The lineups have been made. We'll be confirming that in a few moments from now. But Inter Lagos looking poised and ready to do the job here today in front of their home fans against this Smart City side. This is a Conference A clash. Inter Lagos sitting pretty on top on 28 points. Smart City not too far away as well. While Smart City locking, hoping to also stake their claim for top flight promotion next season. Smart City fourth on the log, 5 points below table toppers Inter Lagos, ahead of the final match week of the season. Well, talking about Conference A, Beyond Limits have seen all 16 games played. Beyond Limits will stay second, haven't finished with 28 points. So it is all for Inter Lagos now and Smart City, both teams with 2 games in hand to play. But after today's fixture, it's going to be that final game, match day 16. But Inter Lagos have it all in their hands to do today. Well, Smart City also looking delicately poised, looking bright in their warm-up gear ahead of kickoff, also being put through their paces just before kickoff. Smart City with a perfect job done here against Beyond Limit last time they were in action here. And they will be hoping to repeat similar feats. 2-0 winners against Beyond Limits a couple of days ago here at the Mobolachi Johnson Arena. It's an away fixture for Smart City, but more like a fixture playing at home because these two sides share the same home ground, the Mobolachi Johnson Arena. So both sides familiar with the terrain here, familiar with the playing turf, familiar with the playing surface. It's Easter Monday in Lagos. It's a 3 p.m. kickoff. These fans have indeed made their way here to enjoy the very best of the action. It's quite hot, so you want to also get yourself really, really warm here. For Inter Lagos, Shakira Giwa has stuck with the same set of players who did the job here against Heartland a couple of days ago, and they will be hoping that they would get maximum points here today. These players will be hoping that they would go into the history books. Uchenna Njoku will be leading the side, the captain of the side. It was a 2-1 win here against Heartland, and they'll be hoping to spot maximum points here today. For Smart City, Lemon Bosaya comes into the starting lineup. Moruf Olawaye also called into the thick of things. Warit, who started here against Beyond Limits, also in the lineup. Well, Donald would also lead the lines for this Smart City side. Well, looking at the bench from these two sides, the substitute is really start here. Basit Isiaka, Peter Iweke, Kachi Ohanedo, Usman Olasukomi, Ibrahim, and also Aliyu on the bench for Inter Lagos. And for Smart City, well, they've really got options. Gafar drops to the bench today. Habib Olaiton, Hakim Wasiu, Muiz Lawal, Savio Idezi, and Mubarak Mustafa are the players on the bench for this Smart City side. Once again, my name is Emmanuel Sebastian, and I'll be taking you through this game alongside my co-commentator Azubike Onitsha on this faithful day in Lagos, live at the iconic Mobolaji Johnson Arena. Well, as far as the season is concerned, well, we've got the conferences also decided. Talking about the conference being decided, it is decided in Conference C. Doma United are the winners of Conference C, and they'll be going into the Super 4. Doma United finishing top of that conference. Well, still all to play for ahead of the final match day on Conference D. Jigawa Golden Stars on top of that conference, but Ranchers Bees still very much in the mix to secure promotion into the MPFL for next season. So, Conference C, the only conference decided so far. Well, in Conference B, we've still got Aqua United and Sporting Lagos getting ready to slog it out ahead of the final match days of the season. Well, the one that concerns us today, Conference A, Inter Lagos are needing just at least a draw to secure their top flight status for next season. What a game we'll have in front of us. Sit back, relax, enjoy the very best of our coverage on TX3 Sports as these two teams go head-to-head in what is being dubbed the Lagos Derby. These two teams based in Lagos share the same home ground, and they would be going head-to-head in this fixture. It is Easter Monday apocalypse in a milestone of drama. Inter Lagos, the league leaders in Conference A, play host to Smart City in a do-or-die battle for promotion supremacy at the hallowed Mobolaji Johnson Arena. Inter Lagos, poised and on the cusp of glory, need just a point to seal their top flight fate ahead of the final match week. But lurking in the shadows, Smart City, the dark horses, brew vengeance. A win injects them into the promotion mix, injecting deadly suspense into the dying embers of the season. Can Inter Lagos shut the door on their promotion dreams, or will Smart City rise from the ashes and storm the promotion party? The stakes are sky high in this Lagos Derby. Who will emerge victorious and claim their tickets to the promised land? As we dive into this pulse-pounding clash live from the Mobolaji Johnson Arena. Our center referee dishing out final instructions to the captain and goalkeepers of these two sides just before kickoff here today. This is a fixture that have everything it takes to bring all the excitement, all the fireworks. Our center referee is Alaba from Ogun State. She will be assisted by Fatah Yunusa and also Shiti Toyib, and our reserve referee is Alfred. Also, the team of officials for this fixture here today, hoping that they would have a free and fair game filled with less controversies and less drama. Lemon Busaya, who comes into the lineup today, captains the Smart City side in this clash here today. A team of officials once again, as you can see at the bottom of your screens. Some pre-match photographs just before kickoff. Inter Lagos donning their home attire here today, hoping to do the job ahead of the final match day. It's a job they will pretty much want to do to head into the final game against Gateway United with less pressure. So they have it all to play for here today against this Smart City side. Yellow tops, yellow shorts with some shades of blue, hoping to play as bright as they look here today in this Lagos Derby clash. Well, for the home side, they've got the head coach, Shakiru Giwa, hoping his side can heed to his instructions pre-match just before this clash today. You wonder how the pressure will be telling on Shakiru Giwa. So close to the promised land, definitely they would want to get there at the very end. Our center referee getting ready Alaba looks to her watch. She gets ready to get proceedings underway here today. Well, for the away side, Olayiwola Dabiri, the head coach of Smart City, hoping that his side can trust power in the works of this Interlagos team, who are so close to the promised land, so close to promotion glory, all to play for in this penultimate clash into the NNL season ahead of the Super 4 that will be going down in Ikene. These two teams still with a chance, but Interlagos closer, Smart City with an outside chance, hoping that they can get maximum points today. For Lemeneke, the goalkeeper, will be hoping to preserve a clean sheet just like he did in the clash here a couple of days ago against Beyond Limits, where they ran out 20 winners. Court interaction made some crucial saves to keep Smart City in the tie. Just before kickoff time, to bring in my co-commentator Azubike Onija. Well, Azu, this is a Lagos derby, Interlagos against Smart City. Your thoughts on this one?
Great game we are watching out for, I tell you. You can see that they've gone spiritual about this one, the Interlagos guys. It's a defining moment for them in the Nigerian National League. And 1 point might just be good enough to make it happen. They top the table, just very much on the edge of promotion, and they stand just 90 minutes away from that major milestone. Looking at the Super 4 already. But standing in their way at this point in time is some Smart City side have shown that they are truly smart. They've taken advantage of playing on this same ground. Reminds you of what happens at San Siro, where you have Inter Milan and AC Milan playing on the same stadium. The Smart City guys are young, fearless, and ready to play the role of disruptors. Can they make it happen? That's the question they have to answer right here. No more pressures from Beyond Limits base in Ikene. They played their game, won 5-1, but completed their fixture already. But I'm sure it's going to be an interesting encounter. High-scoring side against the side who's also very good at pressing on the counter, Smart City. We're looking forward to a very interesting encounter for 90 minutes.
We'll be on the way at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena, Interlagos, playing host to Smart City in this penultimate clash into the NNL season. Conference A action truly on the way. It's our live coverage on TX3 Sports. Interlagos hoping to go forward.
No.
Well, Smart City still trying to get into their stride in this fixture. 1 minute into the tie. Smart City, the home side, playing from right to left. Interlagos, beg your pardon, Smart City, the visitors. Interlagos, the home side. Well, you want to pardon me, these two sides share this same ground. Smart City coming forward now. Great bit of a 3-3 down the right-hand side, but Interlagos have done well to clear their lines.
And there's surely one thing, they will put all out on Smart City. They will also be careful not to concede early, because they know once they concede early, it makes them Interlagos more comfortable. But you know, once Smart City get the first goal, it puts Interlagos under some pressure. So you experience some chaos in the early parts of this game. So who scores first matters a lot in a game like this. One wants to just secure it as simple as possible, as quickly as possible. The other is trying to make it go longer and see if they can take advantage with 1 game to go.
Yeah.
2.5 minutes into this fixture. Smart City started bright in this tie. The low cross into the box, cleared And away to Sekti. Bonaventure with that clearance. Three minutes of action. Interlagos come forward in an attacking move of their own on the left-hand side. Crossing, looking for Joko. It's Donald for Smart City. Great hold of play from Donald. They continue to hold on to possession. Oh, it's been a great start for the away side, Smart City. It's just funny how I call them the away side when they also play their home tie here at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena. But on paper, it is what it is. They are the visiting team here today.
You're very correct when you call them the away side. They have to answer that name at least for today. And that's what happens when you have one ground being shared. I used San Siro as an example earlier. The two Milan sides playing against each other on the same ground. Stadium also known as the Giuseppe Meazza. And you look at the way they started. They play more like they have not too much to lose. Putting all their energy into it and knowing that they're playing against a side who are topping the table. So it's easy to put all of those pressure as quickly as possible all out there and make it an uncomfortable momentum for Interlagos, who they know can score so much goals if given the space to do that. They've won a game here the last time. Smart City, wonderful side. Play some very good football also. How they beat them beyond limits and threw it easy. Or made it easy for Sporting Lagos. Or so rather Interlagos to be nicking this one and be looking into the league already. And that means they are also very close to just being ready for the Super 4 like we have Doma United. So it makes it all beautiful. Smart City winning that game and also changing the face of what it looks like to qualify from this part, from this conference, and stay up there to the next phase of the league. MPFL is still on their minds, even though it's a very slim hope. They have to put all of those pressure on Interlagos, who are taking things calm and doing as much as they can to break these guys open. But like I mentioned earlier, they are a very stubborn side, Smart City. Very dangerous when they get out there. They know how to get these goals, and they'll be looking to edge their opponents with that fearless and that always ready to play the disruptor's role kind of football that they play sometimes when needed.
Five minutes of action here at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena. Still awaiting a very first goal in this fixture. Hassan sends a crossfield ball to the opposite side. Smart City holding on to possession. Go back to Paul Imeneke, the goalkeeper. Could hear the instructions from the technical bench. Still coming forward on that right hand side, a bit of a collision in the box, looking for the penalty, but the referee has awarded the advantage in the favor of the home side. The quick feet of Shegu Oyebode stop by his tracks there in that instance. It's a free kick for Interlagos.
Yeah, got in it right, but didn't have that skill well sold out. Wanted to come in the other way to pick the ball up on the other side, but unfortunately, Oyebode won't get in this one. He wanted to force his way through. Presence of that flaying arm. The referee saw that one and had to call it back against him. More like an offensive foul.
7 minutes on the clock. Smart City seeing a large share of the possession here. A quick turn from Benjamin Jacob. Monsuru Rafiu to the right. Hassan back to Mansuru. There's Lemon Busaya. It's done well to find Shego. Here, buddy. And then right hand side, Lemon has made an overlapping run. Lemon sends the ball in the box. The strike comes in, and Smart City takes the lead. Waritz with a beautiful strike from the edge of the CCR area. Well, not these sort of starts they would have hoped for Inter Lagos. Waritz have drawn first blood for the visitors in this fixture, and Smart City have made their early dominance count in this game.
Well, everybody has just been that man running that side, gets that pass easily to Lemon. He looked so tame, had to go through two players, and look at the strike. Waritz, what did some roll into the back of the net. It was a great overlapping run from the right back. Nutmegs his marker, and how Waritz was able to manage to play that into the back of the net makes it all beautiful. Lovely way to start the game, throwing the game into chaos right now. Smart City.
He was scoffed, but Waritz wouldn't care. It went in eventually, and Smart City have taken the lead. Not the cleanest of strike from Waritz, but just enough to go past Xavier and go for Inter Lagos. What a start for Smart City. Inter Lagos will now have to come from behind. 9 minutes on the clock. Inter Lagos nil, Smart City 1. Free kick quickly taken. Well, can they respond almost immediately? The low cross was blocked. It's gone out for a corner.
Just a way to respond. You're wondering how Smart City started so lowly in the first half like this. You expect them to be on fire, knowing that they have everything to play for and want to secure it before their last game. But it doesn't look like it with what we've seen so far. Smart City pushing all they can, knowing that Inter Lagos has also helped them by beating Heartland and edging them closer to qualifying. You want this result to end this way, even though Inter Lagos are playing as a home side.
Corner taken across into the box. So the referee, Alaba, spotted something. Fuminaya Alaba, one of a few female referees we've got in the Nigerian Football League system.
Must say she stood her ground. She's done so well in a couple of times she's been called up. Fuminaya knows this game so well. Putting in all her energy to just make sure that she keeps that eagle eye and stop some not needed calls. A good way to start the game at least. Hopefully she keeps that for the remaining 80 minutes of this encounter.
Dominant start from Smart City. They take the lead. Here's Paul. Taking his time, looking for options. This time he hits one long. Lemon Busai was the target. Well, that challenge on Fawad Ibrahim, spotted by the referee. Free kick for Smart City, who might just go on to get a second. Something Inter Lagos will be dreading. The foul was from Boma Eric.
They wouldn't want to see that happen. This should be the time they respond. I think I've seen a bit of that, but that energy is still not there from an Inter Lagos that we know. A team that plays with all passion. Push all forward to get the result as quickly as possible. Score goals as much as possible. Especially driving through that right flank. It looks like they're taking it really calmly. And you're wondering why they had to start that way. Looking like they dread Smart City to a level. I'm so sure the coach will not be confident and comfortable with the kind of football they've played so far.
Inter Lagos searching for the equalizer. Cross too deep, but they've kept it alive. There's Boma Eric. Beautiful turn from Koyun. Koyun will hit this one with his left. Decent try from Koyun. And he's going out for a goal kick.
I just talked about him earlier. He's a wonderful player. A man who understands his game so well. Koyun Akingbale. Lovely turn right there. He's always dangerous and from that middle and sometimes coming from the side. And look at how he made that turn with his right foot, pushes it to his left, drifts past one. That ball was just a bit wide off the post. And he'll be looking to get it. Emenike playing the role of a goalkeeper again in this game will be so much ready to turn things around in this encounter and also save his team and stop the goals from coming into the back of the net.
A ball in the box, a low cross. Perfectly timed intervention just before Bayo could get there. A great recovery and what a clearance from the defense of Smart City. It's a corner for Interlagos.
Good clearance actually. That was a beautiful pass also from that right hand side where their strength actually lies in Interlagos. Actually moved that one straight up into the box and unfortunately couldn't get the ball to the place he would have wanted.
Corner taken by Boma Eric. Well, Interlagos so close with an equalizer, but it seems it went out of play and back in.
I think that's what happened right there. Even though the goalkeeper stood tall, Emenike ready to save that one, he actually stopped it from going to the back of the net. He actually went from outside into the box and you saw the assistant referee raise his flag immediately to that. He was just trying to play a caller right there. Unfortunately, didn't go as planned.
Approaching a quarter of an hour into this tie, and Paul Emenike stayed down for Smart City. You have a feeling that it's just a slight issue, but time for Shakiru Giwa to dish out further instructions to Koyum and Bayo as Interlagos continue to chase this game. Atebi Saviour beaten by that strike from Warith. Olayola Dabiri also giving out instructions to his players as they would hope to build on their lead here. Njoku, the attempt to cross from Njoku, blocked and out. It's a throw-in.
You just hear the screams from the background. The technical bench are not taking it easy. Clearly saying support him. And that's what is needed at this point in time because they need to get this victory.
Decent long throw. Strong hand from Paul, the goalkeeper. Fouled with the clearance for Smart City.
Paul Emenike is hardly disappointed. He's always there to make things happen for his team. And that was just the right way to come out for that one. Straight out and from the back and save that one just off.
Ball into the danger area. Strong defending there from Hassan. Cross comes in. Header to safety. And out for a throw-in. Boma Eric's ball in the box and Interlagos equalize. It was a cross from the right hand side from Boma Eric. Paul got a hand to it, but Bayo was on hand to finish. The easiest of goal he will score. Interlagos have restored parity in this tie. It came from the right hand side. Boma Eric with a deflected cross into the area. Paul got a hand to it. And Bayo with an easiest header to tap into an empty goal. Game on here.
Some brilliant cross right there. Paul saves that one out and just stands comfortably. A deflection actually. And a good header into the back of the net. Brilliant time from that man. Adebayo putting the ball into the back of the net, helping his team get an equalizer. That's just the way to go. And we're just enjoying this kind of football. The way they've started and equalized so calmly is something beautiful. Interlagos 1, Smart City 1. An interesting game, I tell you. We are in for some 90 minutes of great football. See very much in the first half right here. And surely, Interlagos are just doing all they can without putting too much pressure on themselves to get the equalizer. It was just like they knew they were going to get an equalizer in this game. They got the equalizer so calmly. Sincerely, I was expecting them to come out like a house on fire. Players playing like they are tired or just calm. I don't know which one to use, but the beautiful thing is the fact that they got a goal very much needed in this game, and that's an equalizer. I was expecting that chaotic reaction, but it didn't go that way. But they still got equalizer, and you wonder how beautiful that is to them at this point in time. Looks like they might just secure their promotion into the Nigerian Premier Football League with this game without having to wait for the last encounter.
Minutes on the clock. Interlagos 1, Smart City 1. 2 goals we've seen so far. What a first 20 minutes we've seen in this fixture. Smart City now hoping to go in front for the second time in this tie.
And that's just a way to react. And they know how much this game means to them. And they're doing most of that attack and from the right. Looks like both sides have a strong right wing. The winger. Smart City scoring from the right. And also we saw Interlagos respond from the same angle.
Waris with the open goal in this time. Via, like he's done all season for Interlagos. The marksman on target once again here today. Here's Kuyum now. Kuyum with the ball in the box, and this could be the goal for Interlagos. Oh, decided to be unselfish there, but the flag went up for offside. Had he gone in, wouldn't have counted.
Have the same man in the box. I'm looking to make it the second goal. But I think that one was just well caught by the assistant referee. A painful way to go. You would have loved him to actually put this one in the back of the net. But that's what football is about. That's it. So clear. He was offside, just in front of the ball. Adebayo would have just made that one 2-1. But that's what positioning is about. You have to be very watchful and be sure of where you're standing. Replays just show that Interlagos were actually caught right in the act of trying to score from an offside. But he still actually missed that chance. Maybe because the defender was standing in front of him.
Kuyum, cut back from Kuyum 4. Smart City back in possession.
I'm suspecting Manny that these two guys will maybe come out even stronger in the second half, pushing with more venom, more fire, more power. Energy. I think they're trying to save playing at 3 p.m. under such degree of sunlight. Just trying to think out loud what the players and the coaches must have discussed before coming out for this game.
a tidy footwork there from Sylvester Iweka. Goal kick for Smart City. Aziza Konde just couldn't keep that one in play.
He had to stretch long to push that one out, Aziza Konde. He was trying to get the ball to himself, but just knew that the best thing was to make sure that he dispossessed his opponent in that situation.
.24 minutes of action here at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena. One goal for either side in this game. Shala Razak back to Xavier, the goalkeeper. Here's the Shala Razak. And it's got Uchenna Njoku for support. Adigun Damilari, late substitution, or rather, that substitution just before kickoff. Also in the mix right now for Inter Lagos. Over the top from Bonaventure, but the pass too heavy for Bayer to chase. It's a throw-in for Smart City. Scored here against Heartland, that 2-1 win. And he scored today against Smart City. Bayo Oyedele for Inter Lagos. 25 minutes on the clock. Center referee will look for Milayo Alaba. Has indeed probably called for a water break in this humid conditions. Shaki Dugiwa still screaming at his players.
You could clearly hear Sylvester from him, screaming at one of his top players in the game. He knows he has to do so much. He knows he has to give a stand-up performance. Lots of work and for the coaches to do. And that's one you just witnessed, or you're still witnessing actually from an animated Inter Lagos coach.
So close to doing the job for Inter Lagos. A draw just enough to confirm their promotion into the MPFL for next season, and also putting them in the mix for the Super 4 next month in Ikene, where we will be confirming the champions of the 2025-2026 NNL season. Duma United all but confirmed. Still got confirmations to come from Conference A and B, and also Conference D.
What an interesting setup we are looking forward to seeing. And surely we cannot take our eyes off the fact that it's going to be really competitive over there in the Final Four. And before we get in there, these are the teams that have to play it out. Inter Lagos looking more certain, and sincerely I still I'm still trying to fathom why they've decided to take the game so slowly. I know they are very good when it comes to playing the second half, Inter Lagos, but first halves have also not been bad for them. Yes, they've equalized, and how they've done it so calmly, it looks like they're playing against a team already relegated. But alas, this is a team competing on the same position of qualifying for the MPFL with them, even though they have just a slim chance based on what we've seen from Inter Lagos from the start of the season. Coach Olaiwola of Smart City will still be having that hope that his team can do something in this encounter.
It's in the water break. Time for us to resume play here at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena. So throwing for Smart City deep in their own half on the right hand side. Lemon Busaya takes the throw to Paul, the goalkeeper. Back to Lemon. Interlagos have regained possession. Here's Njoku, the touch heavy. A great recovery. Smart City regain possession. Well, he's done a beautiful work on that right hand side. Fawad Ibrahim dropping deep to support the defense. Here's Hassan for Smart City. Hassan has played it long. The takedown was good from Wadis. Smart City walking the ball from left to right nicely. Lemon on the right to Morif Olawe. Lemon with a switch to the opposite side for Akman Kingsley. Trying to go in front for the second time in this fixture.
If they must get that, they must push even harder. It's been almost a half field for them in the last couple of minutes, especially since the equalizer came in. Interlagos seem to understand this game better. What they are doing is they are playing some level of high line and making sure they close down Smart City from their own half. So it makes it difficult for them to find a way out. And you can see that the goalkeeper is actually doing all he can to start the attack in every situation.
Half an hour into this fixture, Interlagos 1, Smart City 1. Warif and Bayer, the goal scorers respectively for the two sides. A free kick for Smart City. Foul on foul by Boma Eric. Here's Lemon Busaya. Oh, beautiful flick. Smart City on the right hand side. Benjamin Jacob with that delightful flick. Lemon's got Moruf for support. Decided to go with Monsuru Rafiu. Here's Akpan Kingsley on the left now for Smart City. Here's Ibrahim to Donald. One time pass from Donald to Benjamin Jacob. Hassan to the right for Lemon Busaya. Oh, they've held on to possession nicely. Smart City needing that final pass. Seen much of the ball, the lion's share of possession spell. Tidy footwork from Shoaib Hassan to find his defensive partner in Monsuru Rafiu. Shagun over there to the left for Akpan Kingsley. Some slow press from Interlagos. Seems like they are all concerned about the shape. Not in a hurry to regain possession or to win the ball back from this Smart City side. The Smart City got the better of Interlagos in the reverse fixture of this time, hoping to do the double here today.
Some good football being played right there, but I think that's what Interlagos were just waiting for, allowing them enjoy themselves till they play the ball to their own detriment. That happened when that man, Lemon Busaya, couldn't control that ball, miscue in that situation. I think it was a heavy pass, borrowed out, and he's back on his feet now to continue the game.
A low cross into the box, cleared by Monsuru. Now Shagun back defending. He's conceded a throw. A little over half an hour played in this tie. Here's Boma Eric. Well, seems like he would be credited with the assist for that Interlagos equalizer. And Joku has got the ball across someone. Joku to find Kuyum. Bosayo with the clearance. Anyway, will do for Smart City. Great takedown from Donald. Had a decent game here against Beyond Limits. The last match week for Smart City.
They've really been paired to that half field, and anytime they try to penetrate Smart City, they easily give the ball away. Interlagos do all they can to force their way through, taking the game calmly also to them. And you can see those kind of play they try to spread from the flanks. It's created one goal, but it's still not been perfect for them all game. You just see that two sides understand this game so well. They know they have a lot to give in the second half. It's a must-win for the two sides, especially for Smart City. Interlagos can still roll over with this one, but Smart City need to keep putting the pressure on their opponents. But it looks like Interlagos understand the game better, understand Smart City better, and that's why you see how calmly they roll, just push into the attack. Understanding that Smart City never love to square the ball out or hit it from the goalkeeper, Paul Emenike, to the other side of the half. Understanding that they take advantage by closing them down as quickly as possible.
Ten minutes plus other time left to play in this first 45. Shegun has kept that one in play. The Interlagos players had a feeling that it has gone out. The referee said play on.
It's clearly seen by the referee. And then we just waited for play to continue. He has his assistant referee also that he banks on. He wasn't going to be emotional about what the players or the player for Interlagos was asking for. And that's why even as much as you protest, you should also focus on the game.
Time for some possession spell for Interlagos, maybe, but they've decided to go long. And long and out for a Smart City throw on the left-hand side. The target was Njoku. And not the best of passes from Sylvester. Interlagos making those two substitutions just before kickoff. A forced change. Digun Damilare and Sylvester Nweke coming into the picture to replace Razak and Gafar.
Key players for the side actually, Shalal Razak.
Now still Interlagos striding forward. Well, the collision there spotted by the referee. You've got a player down for Smart City. Still down on the turf. The referee has put a play to halt Hassan, the man who stayed down for Smart City. Maybe what looked like a clash of knees, and he has come out worse in that instance.
Some kind of pain that you never want to get into, or some kind of collision you never want. He was hit by the side of the knee. The man who has the front to it just kept moving. Hassan should be fine. I think we just need to have that knee and that part of it calmed before the game continues. It's a tough game, tight one. Everybody playing to caution and also looking for ways to get the victory.
Shuaib Hassan back on his feet, looks okay to carry on. It's been a decent season for Interlagos. Haven't lost twice all season. Away at Heartland. And also losing to the Smart City side by 2-1 in November. Has Bonaventure. Oh, some risky pass back to the goalkeeper. But great awareness from Paul to hit the clearance.
That is why he's one of their standout players. He was very much awakened to just make sure that there was no error in that situation. Had to do the clearance, which is almost not really cultural of the away side, Smart City. But had to do that clearance because it was a tight situation. Having two players just right in front of him from two sides. Cleared that one out as sweetly as possible.
Interlagos still looking to come from behind after conceding that early goal from Waris. Showed great response to draw level from the easiest of headers from Bayo. Poor touch there from Bonaventure, and now Ibrahim fouled with a chance on the left-hand side. Well, he decided to go back to Benjamin Jacob. And the fans clearly not too happy with that decision. Wanted him to attack. And now taking the ball all the way back to Lemon Busaya.
They're back to that same right side, and you wonder what would have happened in such a situation. You have the ball with just one player in front. You could have paced past him or tried to beat him one-on-one.
Well, Shogun has stayed on side here. He's 1v1 with the defender. Shogun still holding on to possession, trying to walk the angle for the cross. And it's found Akman Kingsley on the opposite side. How about that for control from Akman Kingsley? Here's Benjamin Jacob now for Smart City. Well, they need to be precise. They've moved the ball around nicely, really well. Kept hold of possession. And now back to Paul, the goalkeeper.
Moving all the way from the attack backwards can be really frustrating, especially to the fans. And they start asking questions. Don't you want to win this game? Don't you feel we can get the result? Chances like this don't come too much. And I think that one just went begging. It might not be directly at the goalkeeper. But in such a situation, you should find a way to drive in. Take that 50-50 chance. To at least force your way to maybe getting the lead. Even if it doesn't work out, you know you gave it a try.
I think Damilare doing well in that situation, and now Interlagos back in possession. Three minutes of no more time left to play. Still Interlagos 1, Smart City 1. 3 minutes plus other time left in this first 45. So we'll wait for confirmation of how much other time will be given in this first 45. You're hearing word that it's going to be 3 minutes. Delayed pass there from Shoaib Hassan. Maruf Folawi made himself an option. Now he's got the ball. Maruf to Monsuru. Scott Lemon close to him. He's found Lemon. Back to Monsuru, and now Maruf. Here's Shoaib Hassan. Beautiful pass for Benjamin Jacob on the left-hand side. Ibrahim did an audacious strike from way out. Easy peasy for Xavier in goal for Interlagos.
He had to even do that one with his legs. You wonder Why didn't allow that one roll out? Fouled Ibrahim. Shouldn't be. Maybe taking a strike from that distance if he wasn't certain. Not a bad place to strike from, but I felt he had better options to move around or maybe just find a way to make a pass or even run even closer before deciding to unleash that one.
The return pass from Sylvester for Njoku to chase. Giving the centre forward a whole lot to do. Here's Maruf for Smart City. Seem to open his arms, searching for the options. Forward options, looking for those forward runs. But he got none and played it back to his right back.
He's doing so well in that midfield position. One of the orchestrators, more like the catalyst, also linking everybody together. And he always looks out for that pass. Alawi Maruf, wonderful player to look out for. I love the calmness on the ball. Sitting so deep and helping defense also with this kind of play. I think the midfield of Smart City is where their confidence really lies.
And there's the confirmation. 3 minutes of added time after we hit the 45-minute mark. 3 minutes into added time. Interlagos 1, Smart City 1. Waris with the first goal of this game for Smart City. And Bayo with the equalizer less than 10 minutes after for Interlagos.
You say it can't be a goal in this first half. No more time played, just a matter of time to be made up for the first half. We're closing down to the end of the first of 3 minutes and added to this game. You can hear the sounds of the Vuvuzelas from the fans who have come to see their team. Or their teams actually. Both teams playing at home, even though it has to be official. Saying Interlagos as the home side. They're trying to spread the plays, understanding that they're playing from the half side or the midfield. And the away side, Smart City, are going into that defense. Interlagos taking things really calmly, understanding that as much as they need to get a goal, they don't have to overstrain themselves. And that was a beautiful move from Eric Boma, one of the wonderful players and standard guys for the team. Smart City get that one, trying to run from that right side. Beautiful attacking display right there, trying to make the move, but I'm caught out with the good and calm marking from the Interlagos players. It's going to be a tough one for him to penetrate. Segun Yebode, always a wonderful player from that side. Was part of the goal scored earlier that gave them the lead. And we're just rounding off from the first half in a couple of seconds. It looks like both sides are okay with 1-1 going into the second half. And you can see how easily they've taken this one. Nobody's rushing through to see that things turn around. But at the time, it's just one last chance for Smart City. That one is deflected for O'Connor. Great move again from the man. Segun Yebode is almost at every attack or involved in every attack from the Smart City team. So really been smart on that side, and he takes this one short. It's a cross into the box. Far and well defended by Interlagos. Should have been some very interesting and tactical battles in so far. And that's the whistle from the referee, calling an end to the first half. Olufemi Alaba has been very much off from the cameras. She's not done too much as far as causing or drawing commotion is concerned. And in the end of this halftime, it's a tense tactical battle. Interlagos edging closer to their objective. And Smart City still very much in this one, showing that they can make things happen. The guys on all yellow with some touch of blue feel that they can actually be giant killers or disruptors just the way they did to Beyond Limits in their game on this same ground. Beautiful first half of seeing two teams calm and not rushing things at any point, but able to get goals from both ends. The first one coming from the away side, scoring that one beautifully, and the second also an equalizer coming from the home team. This is just how we've seen it. Interlagos, the team looking to get promoted, won. Smart City also the disruptors, won at halftime.
Halftime here at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena in this crucial clash between Interlagos and Smart City. Interlagos with a chance to secure their promotion right here today, but Smart City really give us an interesting game. It's 1-1 apiece for either side, and with me this time I'll have the coach of Smart City, Coach Olayiwola Dabiri. Coach, you've seen the first 45. What do you make of your side's performance from that first half?
Well, we really prepared for the game, and the first half is not even bad. We try to get another goal, so maybe we'll consolidate on that.
And what's the target for Smart City, from the start of the season up to this very point? You have a chance to secure.
Yeah, we have the chance, but we lost it towards the end of the league. But then we still have to try more, maybe next season, but not now.
So how has the season been for you guys? How challenging has it been? Logistics, moving players, injuries, managing the side all together as well.
Well, I think on our side we have a large squad, so we don't really miss our players. We do keep our players because we have large squad, so we don't have a issue of injuries. No injuries, but the logistics, I think our management really tried. We don't know anything about logistics. We are just going to play our games. We are not bothered about the logistics because we have the resources.
Finally, before I let you go, what do you want to see from your side in the second half?
Well, a better performance.
Better performance. All the best, coach, and I wish you the very best. That was Coach Olayiwola Dabiri of Smart City. I mean, talking that he wants to see better performance from his side in the second 45, knowing fully well that they've still got a chance to secure promotion, albeit an outside chance, but Interlagos clearly the favourite. Well, Interlagos went behind in this tie. Smart City got their noses in front in this fixture. Smart City, beautiful goal scored, right there, for this Smart City side. But Bayo was on hand to equalize. Warit with the opening goal in this fixture for Smart City. But it took less than 10 minutes, and Interlagos, got that equalizer, courtesy of the easiest of headers from Bayo in this fixture. And now I've got an assistant coach of Interlagos here with me. We know him as Coach Savage, but now we are going to have him share his thoughts from what he saw in that first 45. Coach, tell us what you make of that first 45 in this game.
Yeah, I think the first 45 minutes is very intense from both sides, trying to keep the game. Both team actually need the point. So I noticed they are trying to keep the game compact, not to attack too much and not to defend too much. So both teams are just trying to be very careful, not to concede unnecessary goal and try to manage the pressure.
Talking about pressure, how big of a pressure it is for Interlagos, knowing that you are nearly there in the promised land, against this Smart City.
So at the moment, our boys are not really lifting up to expectation as what the coach have told them from the bench. From the middle, Koyum is still struggling to do some nice passes, Uche from the flank. But I know when they will come back, the coach would have talked sense into them that we need this 3 points. It's not just a draw, so we can as well pick up the 3 points. So we shouldn't feel relaxed that we're up there already. We should fight for the 3 points as well because it's very important.
Generally, how has the season been for Interlagos?
The season has been very, very challenging for Inter Lagos because we started late in terms of preparation. Everybody is done doing their selection, but we came on board very late. But with the effort of the head coach and the players we were able to secure, it actually paid off, you know, being the top of the table at the moment.
Thank you very much, Coach. I wish you all the best in the second foot.
Thank you very much.
All right, that was Coach Savek, one of the assistant coaches of the Inter Lagos side. Well, we've still got a lot to play for. 45 minutes left to play in this penultimate clash in the NNL season. Inter Lagos, as it stands, will be promoted to the NPFL. Smart City still with an outside chance, hoping to throw spanner in the works of this Inter Lagos side. We'll go on a break, and when we return, it is straight into the action from the second 45, live here at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena. Don't go anywhere.
What we do at Team 33, it's not just a business. There's power in being able to capture stories and being on a journey. Paying attention to the details. Really caring about the customer feedback.
On 5. Go shot 2.
Team 33 is an outside broadcast company. We specialize in delivering top-notch multi-camera event coverage and live streaming services. What we do at Team 33, it's not just a business. There's power in being able to capture stories and being on a journey. Paying attention to the details. Really caring about the customer feedback.
On 5. Go shot 2.
Team 33 is an outside broadcast company. We specialize in delivering top-notch multi-camera event coverage and live streaming services.
I mean, for us, we need just the 1 or 2 reels.
At Team 33, at the core, we're driven by passion.
What do you think? This? Good choice.
Good, thank you.
Super. I think we have a future in TV.
You work in live production, you'll know that there's nothing glamorous about what we do. The hours are long. We are there before anyone shows up and after everyone is gone.
We are always busy. We are always on one production or the other, or even simultaneously on different productions. And I think that speaks to the kind of capacity that we have at Team 33 Productions.
Even if you can double up and you can go spread out.
Team 33 Production has the best minds you can find in West Africa.
Committed crew member who makes all this possible, from the engineering to the technical personnel.
We strive for 100%, no matter what the challenges are.
Excellent teamwork, you know, from the crew member as well.
Every team member, from the CEO down to the production guys, we are all driven by passion, and we are all driven by the fact that we are looking forward to ensuring that every production is at its best.
At least
One.
One?
Yes, I'm going to say one.
Okay, and we're putting it all
So where should we
inside,
put it?
inside the VIP?
Should we put it inside the VIP? Sorry.
Yeah.
We have 2 outside broadcast vans that allow us to essentially make any location a live studio.
Is there any possibility of setting a course record this year? Let's be.
We have 2 OB van. One of them is the Eagle. The other one is the Thunderbird.
The Eagle has the ability to handle massive production. It's a very big van. And then the Thunderbird also has the ability to handle massive production protocol. And you have a 64-channel audio Calec Omega on Calec Omega audio system. Best system when it comes to sports. When you hear that football sound,
Here comes the corner kick, it's left foot at in.
it comes from different mic positions at different corners. These are the kind of facilities you find in our van.
All this stuff in drone.
You have triax cameras that can go as far as 300 meters to any point we decide to place our cameras in a stadium. So, which means that once the van is parked at any point in the stadium, you have a camera that can reach any point in that stadium. Each camera has the CCE, color correction, exposure, gain. You have that full control on the camera in the van. And also you have a recorder, Sony recorder that records an industry standard of MXF video format, which is one of the best standard you can have. And that has the ability to record at 100 bits rate, which means you have a color ratio of 4:2:2. For those that are in the industry will understand that that's also a very good color profile. And then you still have 4:4:4 color profile. So we have the ability to give a very good picture coming out from the recording system in the van.
We have EVS machines which are critical to playback.
You have a good replay system when it comes to sport, which you understand that for football, replays are very, very important.
Our recordings have been used in many circumstances where an occurrence on the field was unclear.
Shooting stars out for against shooting stars, I should say, but the flag goes up.
When you get down to the transmission system, we have the satellite transmission system, we have the KU band, the C band, which is uninterrupted, C band and KU band. We have that for the satellite system, which means you can receive a feed anywhere in the world depending on what satellite you want to use.
Welcome back to the Mobolaji Johnson Arena. We are set for the second 45 in this penultimate clash of the NNL season in Conference A between Interlagos and Smart City. 1 goal for either side. Smart City had their noses in front. Can see a scuffed strike from Warif at Interlagos. With the equalizer from the man you could easily guess, Debayo, the equalizer for Interlagos. 1-1 for either side, all to play for in the second 45. For the fans, they've seen 2 goals to celebrate, hoping more will come in this second 45. Center referee Olufunmilayo Alaba has had a decent first 45, hoping that she would replicate and hope that the second half will be less controversial. Well, as you thoughts on what to expect in this second 45?
An interesting game. Both teams will be looking to rise to the occasion and cue that pressure they have put on themselves of trying to take the game calmly. You heard from the coaches on both sides. They want to come out and firing on all cylinders. Like you mentioned, the coach, for me, the referee has done a great job. Olufunmilayo Alaba has just been instrumental and has taken the pressure off herself, and that makes it even more interesting. So we get into a second half with more tactical battle, a bit of increased tense, with Interlagos looking to even edge closer to their objective. And I wouldn't forget the fact that Smart City also want to show that they are very much in this one. That's just a summary of what the second half will look like. But I think I'll see more energy from the players. It's going to be a bit calmer as far as the weather is concerned.
We're on the way for the second 45. Interlagos gets us on the way. Still 1-1 in this fixture. Interlagos now playing from right to left. Smart City from left to right. Half-time substitution for the home side. Kuyum Akimpelu has made way for Abdulaziz Sadiq.
That's a big miss if you ask me. Kuyum is one very wonderful player. I remember the coach of the side talking about him, or the assistant coach actually, speaking about him earlier. And he also mentioned that he's not been at his best. Surely it must have been something. Hopefully he's not pulling something that will take him out of the playoffs if they get on to qualify. So it's maybe a precautionary measure if you ask me. But hopefully it's a like-for-like substitution as far as the effectiveness of the players are concerned, and maybe something even better in the second half. Smart City surely will be putting in all the energy to see how they can get this one done, and maybe they can draw another blood in the second half to make it 2-1.
One minute into the second 45. This game still can go either ways. And Smart City in possession. Here's Razak. To Adigun Damilare. Back to Adigun. He's got Boma Eric. Decided to go for Razak. There's Bonaventure now to the left-hand side for Sylvester. Just couldn't keep it in play. Adebayo Yedele. It's a goal kick for Smart City. Got the equalizer for Interlagos. One of the easiest goals he would score.
I think he gave a good run for that one. Poor control. Was going to just hold on to the ball. But I think he had that consciousness that he had a player just behind him. That most likely would have made him have double concentration and lost focus in the end. Should be doing better, Adebayo.
Two-1 win here against Heartland. 5-0 thrashing of Abia Comet here as well. The last two home fixtures. This is an away tie, even though it's still the same venue. played a 1-1 draw here against Crown FC before that back-to-back win. Hoping to pick up a third consecutive win here against the Smart City side that have been decent all game. Here's Benjamin Jacob now. He's got Ibrahim for support. Akpan Kingsley to Ford Ibrahim. Well, Benjamin Jacob controlling proceedings in the middle of the park. Lemon Visaya took the armband on his restoration to the starting lineup. Crossfield pass from Shoaib Hassan. Header back to the goalkeeper from Aziz Akande. Interlagos will regain possession.
Was really calm on that one. Just got the ball and didn't waste any time to head it back to the goalkeeper. Wonderful way to do that one, Aziz Akande. Calmness is needed in situations like that, and I think he got that one really right. Xavier Atabi has not really had so much to do beyond just having that ball going to the back of the net. There is really not so much time is being called upon beyond just taking crosses and maybe saving balls in the air. He's had a calm afternoon so far. Maybe something is going to change in the next couple of minutes.
Well, Donald stayed down for Smart City. Surely he would want to carry on, but now he's been checked by the medical team. Obiajulu Donald for Smart City.
Something that's got to do with stomach. It's been pulled up. Lovely player, Donald, who will be happy to continue. I think he's fine and good to go. Take some water. Beautiful striker. Sometimes can really put you under some pressure. But I think he had a fantastic game against First Bank in their, one of their last home games recently. He'll be hoping to carry on that same form in this encounter so they can win even more comfortably. It's going to be a bit difficult for them against the table toppers.
5 minutes into the second 45. Scoreline still the same like we ended the first. Aziz with the foul. Free kick for Smart City.
I think it's been the most foul player on the pitch. Always wanting to run at defenders. Drops back so well. Does some good combination with Lemon on this right side of the attack and for Interlagos. Or rather for Smart City. And once he gets in that position, sometimes his size lets him down, but he's a fantastic player when it comes to cutting in and making those dribbles past his defender.
Strike from distance. What's from Sylvester? Nowhere near the target. Goal kick for Smart City.
Obviously not happy with the strike. Sylvester Eureka should be doing better with that one. From the positioning of his body, he just knew that it was going to be tough for him to get that one on target. He should be doing better for a player of his quality.
Savio Idezi on for Donald. Now Donald couldn't continue. Well, we saw him down a couple of moments ago, and now he's midway for Savio Idejo for Smart City.
It's a player who will be really missed. But like you heard from the coach earlier, Laiwala saying that he's got players like for like. They've not really had issues with logistics. So we'll be expecting that anybody who comes on plays and that's in quality football. Or something close to what you have with the starters.
Abdulaziz, the substitutes, couldn't get to the end of that one. As Interlagos continue to seek maximum points. Well, they've won the ball back in a promising position. Oh, Bayer has held on to the ball for too long. Bayer's eventual pass blocked. It's gone out for an Interlagos throw. Taken quickly. It's been a remarkable rise for this team since their inception in 2023. As they hope to cap it off with a promotion to the top flights. Debuted in the Federations Cup in 2024. And in 2025, they were crowned Lagos State FA Cup champions after defeating Ikorodu City on penalties by 5-4. Going on to represent Lagos State in the President's Federations Cup.
I remember a lot of people asking questions how Ikorodu would have lost to a team from the lower rungs. I think they're showing the answers now with the kind of football they have played and how they'll be qualifying to the NNL, or rather the NPFL next season.
As it stands, a draw might just do the job for Interlagos, but surely they will want to pick up 3 points. They've got their final fixture to contend with, also here at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena, where they take on the Gateway.
The already relegated Gateway, and that's what gives them maybe the Smart City coach. There'll be some talks of not having any hopes of qualifying, already looking at next season, understanding that the 2 games or maybe 1 more game they have, even if they lose here, talking about Interlagos, is at home, and picking up 1 point shouldn't be something difficult from a possible 6.
Here's Shegun Oyebode for Smart City. Contact, seems like a hand to the face. Shegun stayed down. It's a free kick for Smart City. Aziz, the guilty party.
Just looks like what we saw in the first half. Oyebode doing the same to his marker and getting such feedback from him. But a good one from the assistant referee. I think Aziz would still have gotten that ball if he had not put his elbow to the face of his opponent. He tried shooting him but had to stretch his hand out. That was a clear elbow. Should be doing better with such tackles.
Clearly spotted by the referee, and Aziz goes into the referee's box. It's a yellow card for Akande Aziz. Here's Akwan Kingsley for Smart City.
I think I love their crossfit passes, Smart City.
Warith with the opener for Smart City. Bayo with the equalizer. 11 minutes into the second 45. 1-1 remains the scoreline. As both teams continue to chase an eventual winner in this fixture. Out of play, throw in for Smart City.
Not sure those players have the same mindset as the coaches. I think feeling that they, especially for Interlagos, players act like it's all done and dusted. You just hope they will not put in that chaotic performance late on in the game if Smart City gets the second goal in this encounter.
Not the best of controls from Akwan Kingsley. Interlagos will reclaim possession.
I think that's the first time he's missed out on controlling the ball so well. Akwan has been very, very top-notch with those controls from those crossfit passes a couple of times. Remember, you also mentioned his name in the first half for one beautiful job he did. And that's what keeps the player confident. Ball controls first off. And the response you get from the crowd just gives you that nod to take on and even make some better moves.
Razak to Sylvester. Sylvester found the run of his teammate in the attacking positions, but Interlagos kept it in play, across the box, looking for Bayer. Paul with some decent goalkeeping. Abdulaziz with the cross. Safely into the lobes of Paul and goal for Smart City.
It's been a stand-up performer in almost every game. One who's really been impressive in the games they have played, and it helps them get to that level where they started having hopes that they can actually make it to the league this season. Unfortunately, it's not in their hands. It's all dependent on what the Interlagos side were doing in last game. Hassan looks to be back on the feet. I think he fell off when that cross was made.
Shoaib Hassan up and ready to carry on. Drop ball, back on the way. Paul has hit this one long. 60 minutes on the clock, 1 hour of football. It's in right here at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena. Smart City still trying to spoil the party for Interlagos, or maybe extend the celebration into that final match day for the Pride of Lagos, as they are fondly called. Now clearly both managers or both bench not too pleased with that first half performance. Cueing the thoughts of Coach Dabiri of Smart City leading up to the second 45. That's a half-time interview. Also, Savage, the assistant coach of Interlagos, wants to see a better performance from his side in the second 45. You wonder what Boots head coach would have made of the 15 minutes we've seen so far in the second 45. If indeed it has been better. It's been a bit slow, the pace from these two sides.
I think at this point it's easy to say that after an hour played, fatigue is starting to creep in already, and the players are already showing that, not wanting to make too much runs. Don't know what they are saving their energy for. But maybe we expect more substitutions likely in the nearest minutes, with fresh legs really needed in this game to change everything. So maybe the coach that takes the better advantage should be able to get the results.
Free kick for Smart City. Abdulaziz just clattering into Ibrahim Fouad.
That was a clearly dangerous tackle. Was going to go for the ball, so that he had put the ball in front of him, and next thing he did was just to turn his back. The substitute and doing all he can to also impress his boss. I don't think that was the best of tackles from him.
Easter Monday in Lagos, all over the world. I hope wherever you are watching this live coverage, we hope you're enjoying the broadcast and having fun. It's a public holiday as well. These two sides are going head to head in this clash here today. Still waiting the all-important second goal. They don't know where it's going to come from. Lemon Busaya with a cross. Akban Kingsley with a great overlapping run. Just couldn't apply the eventual finish. It was indeed Ibrahim fouled at the far side.
A great run he made right there. Unfortunately, he couldn't connect to that one so well.
Double change for Inter Lagos. The goal scorer Abaya will be making way. It's a double change as they try to take this game by. Back to Lemon Busaya. Still 1-1 the scoreline. Ibrahim Rahim, one of the two players who came on for Inter Lagos moments ago. Who will get the second goal? Ball back to Xavier, the goalkeeper.
Now, you don't know if a goalkeeper will love such days at the office, not having to make too much saves. Not even making any save at all, like one significant save.
Beautiful ball over the top. Inter Lagos coming forward. Here's Aziz. Allowed to roll over. And now Njoku. Here's Razak for Inter Lagos. Possession spell for the home side. Oh, no urgency from these two sides. You wonder if Inter Lagos are trying to fake things slower, knowing that a draw would also do the job for them. Or you wonder if the defensive shape of Smart City have been solid enough. Great chest control from Aziz. Closed down by Lemon Busaya. Lemon thought he had won the throw, but it has gone in favor of Inter Lagos.
He said something earlier. The team taking things calm. But they also should look at it from the other angle. What if a goal comes in against the run of play from Smart City? They start chasing for an equalizer and the dying embers of the game.
Sylvester for Inter Lagos. Oh, hack down. Right in front of the referee, Aziz. And here's one the free kick for Inter Lagos. This is a promising position for the home side. to have a goal at Paul's goal. Clearly held by Benjamin Jacobs. A free kick for Interlagos.
There's no two ways about it. Aziz was just going to run through in that situation, not found space. And Jacob just felt he had to take that one for the team. Olufemilaya Alaba had to most likely dish out the card for that situation. Just a very good position to get a goal into the back of the net. But maybe a bit distant, even as we have a player for Smart City on the ground.
That's the lead to over 20 yards. This dead ball for Interlagos, which Olayiwola Dabiru watches on. And we'll be praying that they don't get to concede from this free kick situation. Sylvester standing by to hit this one. Abbas Akorede standing alongside Sylvester. Paul just trying to organize his defensive wall. Oh, they decided to go short with the free kick. Quite weird. Interlagos.
That's very laughable, Manny. He thought when that pass was made to Abbas, he was going to strike that one from outside. But chooses to actually also make a pass, and nothing is done about it. Is this an agreement? Questions our fans will be asking from home at this point. And one thing I know about derbies, no matter the position of any team on the table, they come out with that energy to play football. But this time around, it's looking like a dead rubber game, whereas it's not. Just a funny Monday afternoon right here in Lagos.
Ibrahim has stayed down, but quickly back on his feet. Well, he's been at the end of those challenges. That left-hand side of Smart City's attack.
Just wondering how two Lagos sides are taking things so calmly on each other in a game that should be a derby at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena.
A double change for the away side. Monsuru, one of the players making way. Well, he's got the pace to get there. Shegun Oyebode. Decent pace down the right-hand side.
Just look at how they take the game so calmly. Sometimes the only games I see that have such kind of response that still maybe get to a medal, it's the third place matches or the bronze medal matches in cup events. talk about the African Cup of Nations, talk about the World Cup or the European Championships. You see two teams playing against each other. Most likely they just go on to settle it in the penalties. They take it so calmly, like nothing is at stake, because some call them sore losers. And that's just the way you see these two guys who are almost table toppers playing against each other like they have nothing to lose.
Well, a win for Smart City will set us up for an interesting final match day. Habib Lighton came on as a substitute a moment ago. Just played that one back to his goalkeeper. Here's Maruf for Smart City. Well, Lemon Brusaya has played it out. So Akonde Aziz is stayed down for Interlagos.
Looks like he has pulled something. The left back for the home side getting some attention from the medics. Checking on his left knee. And I'm sure that wasn't actually caught on camera. We're just waiting to see what exactly happened to him in that situation. A very influential player for the side. How he busts forward and also does his defensive duties. Showing how important he is to the team. We just about 15 minutes to go. We're just looking at where legends can be made in a game like this, even though they've not played like a team or teams that want to actually score stunners in times like this. As this has been taken out, maybe we'll get more attention.
It seems Aziz pulled something. There was no contact, but clearly felt something on his left thigh. 75 minutes on the clock here at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena. Time for our second half water break. Coming up at the 75th minute.
It just had to happen. I'm talking about Aziz earlier. Most times when you see players have such self-inflicted injuries without having to even do much before it happened, it's a sign that possibly they've had a lingering issue on that same place over time. But you just wish him all the best to see the game through. And even if he's going to step out, it should be for precautionary reasons. Home side edging closer to getting into the NPFL next season.
Shakiru Gio additional further instructions to his players to head into the final 15 minutes. The referees not left out from the water break, also getting themselves hydrated. Substitution for Interlagos. It's looking like Aziz won't be able to continue. And he will be making way. Confirmation of the substitution for Interlagos. Kachi will be coming on. Gets handshake support from Boma Eric.
Just as mentioned, most likely a precautionary measure has been taken in that situation. They will just hope that their top left back, Aziz, is not taken out completely. Kachi Hanedo will be seen off the game. Has at least 13 minutes to play. And maybe another opportunity for him to show forth his brilliance on the ball as a fullback, and how he can do those overlapping runs. Most importantly, do the defensive work to make sure that the attack of Smart City that will be having that resurgence doesn't go past.
It's a Lagos derby, but you want to be safe to say it hasn't brought up the fireworks, the drama. It's been a slow-paced game between these two sides. We've still got one more match to prosecute before the regular season will be put to an end.
It's all done and dusted for teams like Beyond Limits. Played all 16 games from their group, from their conference. And surely be looking to fight it out next season again. An opportunity that they let slide, especially that time they hosted the same Interlagos and were not able to get a goal into the back of the net. And losing to Smart City, I think, broke the camel's back. So it's going to be a strong last couple of minutes. Even though the players are not showing it on the cards, one goal here could change everything, especially from Smart City. Might just look like it throws the doors open for any of the two sides to qualify for the league next season. The MPFL, I mean.
Akpan Kingsley on the left for Smart City. Changing passes there with Warith. As we head into the final 10 minutes of normal time, this clash. Here's Shegun Oyebode. He's kept it in play. He's got a decent left foot. Trying to go past two blue shirts. Pass eventually to the left. Here's Ibrahim forward to Maruf. Just standing right in front of the two Smart City centre backs. Benjamin Jacob to Maruf. Jacob waiting for the return, couldn't get it. Still Smart City in possession. Maruf's pass kept by Shegun. Everybody looking for the overlapping run of Lemon Busaya down the right hand side. An interception will come from Smart City. Kachi, who came on for Aziz Akande, also carrying out his defensive duties, throwing for Smart City on the right. Back to Shegun.
There was some great run right there from that man, Kachi, showing that he's got the pace also. Would have been seen another good cross and from that man, most likely. Lemon, who created the first goal. Kachi was able to intercept. Still coming with that adrenaline rush and showing that he's got enough to stand in place of the first left back of the side, Aziz. I think Kachi has got the advantage in the last couple of minutes against his top opponent, the one who knows how to make those runs on that flank, Shegun Oyebode. As if he gets to do those runs against Helm, it will be a case of pace for pace, or maybe Oyebode looking to do more of his skills to go past Helm. That might just be the only option he's got at this point. Kachi has shown the physicality and also the pace he's got coming on in this game.
Here he is in possession. Still to find Njoku. Eight minutes before we hit the 90. Interlagos holding on to possession. Abdulaziz to Razak. Scott Bonaventure for support. Kachi back to Adigun Damilare, trying to thread it through the middle. Smart City will regain possession. Now Gateway awaits Interlagos. You have a feeling that is when they'll be having a real party as they aim to put the final straw in their promotion push. And then the season with back-to-back home games. You want to say quite advantageous for Interlagos?
Hugely advantageous. You don't ever see times like this, but when it comes, you take advantage of it, and I think that's what they've been able to do. Understanding how important it is to get just 1 point from 6. They've really got equalizer in the first half, and since then they've just been calm. No sign of playing under pressure, the home side.
Out of play is going to be a throw-in for Interlagos, who will be making another substitution. Usman Olasukomi coming on to replace Boma Eric. Olasukomi on for the final 5 minutes of this tie. We're almost there, coming to a close to this fixture. Just the 2 goals we saw in the first 45. What we've seen so far, it's a Lagos derby. It was a game where you wouldn't fault yourself for expecting goals, expecting fireworks, expecting excitement.
So unfortunate, Beyond Limit to have all their games played. And that's why you see them playing with this calm. Tied on points with Beyond Limits. In case you don't understand, the team on second position from Ikene, not being able to pull some results when they needed. So with this now, Interlagos will go 1 point ahead. Still sitting on top of the table with more of goals as far as goal difference is concerned.
Long into the opposite area. Calmly done. Zach back to Xavier.
Was trying to locate Ibrahim in that situation, unfortunately. The pass didn't go as planned. It's just some frenzy kind of an atmosphere.
Robbed off the ball. Shegun really trying to make use of his pace in that situation. It's been a bright spark on that right-hand side. Nimble feet and pace coupled with 3-3. That right-hand channel for Smart City. Free kick for the visitors. Bonaventure, the guilty party, just fouling his marker. What if the goal scorer for Smart City?
A clear push from the back. Actually had to nudge him off, and the referee spotted that one so rightly. He knew if he went past in that situation, it would be some open space for the Smart City team to get an opportunity. It's almost like they score their second and throw the table open again.
5 losses for Smart City this season compared to 2 for Interlagos. Two draws for Smart City. Close to making it a third. Shegun's done well to find Lemon Bosaya, but Lemon couldn't keep it in play, so it's rolled out for an Interlagos throw-in.
This is where the likes of Interlagos will be ruining that, or rather, Beyond Limits will ruin the chances of winning away games. One of the top players for the away side is down. Having some beautiful spirit of sportsmanship right there. He's back on his feet. Very important man for that side. Runs the flank so well. Good to see him back on his feet again. Segun Yeboah. I think what Interlagos have taken advantage of is getting points, especially victories on away grounds. And making sure that they won everything that's got to do with their home games, and maybe just one where they dropped. It's been more of a beautiful performances. Winning more games and reducing the amount of draws against them maybe on the mid side, who had maybe just one less.
Approaching the 90-minute mark. Interlagos in possession. Bonaventure to Razak. We wait for confirmation of added time. So we are heading close to a closure to this football game here at the Mobility Johnson Arena. Nicely done. Here comes Interlagos. Well, it seems like they are happy with a draw. Interlagos. There's been no urgency in the last minutes of this tie. Just moving the ball around, no precision to find an attack-minded player. Just from side to side. Smart City also seeing a large share of the ball possession. So we see confirmation of added time, just like we saw in the first 45. It's still going to be 3 minutes of added time as we approach the final 30 seconds of the first.
It's just been some game of enjoyment, if you ask me, Manny. And it takes me back to the interview earlier with Coach Savage, the assistant coach of the team. And I just, on a lighter note, so I started feeling, was it him trying to make some savage in that situation where he said he's expecting the boys to be spoken to by the coach of the team, so they will get back into the second half with more fire. I think they've actually calmed it down even more, understanding that this point that they get takes them into the MPFL. I think another thing I noticed with Smart City is the fact that they have seen this as not an opportunity to qualify to the league, even if they won. Because if they win, it will be 3 points. All they will just hope is that Gateway comes here to get a victory against a Sporting Lagos side. But they feel it's most likely not. But what you do is fight till the end. This is just me thinking out loud. Might not be very correct, because I don't know why the two teams will be this calm enjoying the football game, especially from Interlagos.
Two minutes of the 3 at a time played. Interlagos still holding on to possession. So you get a feeling and a sense that they are almost there now. Just moving the ball around, waiting for Smart City to come get it. It's looking like Smart City are not interested in reclaiming possession, affording Interlagos the much needed space to pass the ball around from left to right to center, back to the goalkeeper. And it's looking like it will be the case for the final 30 seconds of this tie. Getting ready to make a double change, but you wonder if it is going to come, because Lagos are still holding on to possession. 10 seconds left to play, but now they've given it away back to City. They need to send ball forward. 3 minutes on the clock, 3 minutes of added time. Well, it's looking like the double change isn't going to come. Our center referee Olufunmilayo Alaba sounds the final whistle. Or Smart City could only pick up a point. Xavier points to the sky. He knows the implication of a solitary point here today. Interlagos will be joining Doma United in the top flight for next season. They couldn't pick up maximum points, but a point just enough for Interlagos in this tie. They go on to 29 points with 3 points left to play, and that fixture will come here against Gateway United to wrap up the season for the Pride of Lagos. But as far as their promotion chase is concerned, target has been sealed and delivered. They will be going to Ikene for the Super 4 alongside Doma United. We wait for Conference B and Conference D, where Ranchers B, Jigawa Golden Stars will be slugging it out in Conference D, and also in Conference B, Aqua United and Sporting Lagos will be hoping to also join Doma United and Interlagos. But so far, a great show of sportsmanship between both set of players who prosecute their home games in this same ground. But so far, it is even Stevens from these two sides. In case you missed the action, we've got some of the highlights for you to have a taste of it. Well, the 2 goals we saw in this fixture came in the first 45 and was dropped in the second 45. It was a Lagos derby here at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena. Interlagos taking on Smart City. Both teams came out of the tunnel with 1 target to claim maximum points, but for Interlagos, for the fact that they would want to claim maximum point, they know that a point will do the job and secure their place in the MPFL next season. Both teams started on a slow note in this fixture. Interlagos on their blue tops and blue shorts, Smart City on yellow tops and yellow shorts. Started this game attacking the goal to our left-hand side, and Lemon Busaya came forward on the right, sends a cross into the box, and Waris with a scuff attempt, slight deflection, but just enough to go past Xavier's goal. 8 minutes on the clock. The away side, Smart City, opened the scoring in this tie. Waris, the goal scorer, to give Smart City the lead. Well, Xavier hoping that he would keep a clean sheet heading into this tie. Conceded against Heartland, and he's conceded here today. Great walk down that right from Lemon Busaya, and you could see not the cleanest of strikes from Waris, but he wouldn't care. He would celebrate his goal just enough to hit that one past Xavier in goal for Interlagos. Interlagos, they kept on fighting. Boma Eric's cross from the right, deflected, but the hand from Paul not strong enough to parry that one to safety, and Bayo on hand to head home. And if there was one man you want to be in such position, it is this man. Bayo scored here against Heartland, and now he has scored again against Smart City. The team's top scorer this season, Bayo. Those 2 goals coming in the first 45. But after added time, no goals. These 2 teams headed into the break, hoping to add more goals in this game in the second 45. Our center referee Olufunmilayo Alaba didn't get too busy in the first 45. But in the second 45, it was Interlagos who got us on the way, this time attacking the goal to our left. Smart City attacking the goal to our right. Now, much has been said about how a bit of a drama affair this game has been. It's a derby game, but clearly didn't live up to expectations in terms of the fireworks and all the drama. The second 45 had fewer chances. Both teams just scoffing and puffing. This time a cross from the right. Easy catch from Paul Emeneke to keep that one safely into his loves. You could see he clearly timed that one. There was Bayo waiting to pounce on the header, just like he did with the equalizer. Deep into other time, after these 2 teams just couldn't cancel each other out in the second 45. And our center referee Olufunmilayo Alaba called for the full-time whistle. No goals in the second 45, just the 2 goals we saw in the first. But a draw just enough to do the job for Interlagos. They will be playing top flight football for next season. A draw sees them move up to 29 points on the log, with Gateway, their final game, their final fixture of the season. For Smart City, moves them up to 24 points. They stay 4th on the log, but it's all Interlagos who would have it all to play for in the top flights come next season. Congratulations to the home team Interlagos. But after 90 minutes, full-time score here at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena. It is Interlagos 1, Smart City 1.